Jane Yamamoto, Fox-11 News.
Jane, thank you very much. Well, joining us now to talk about the military action in Libya is LA Congressman Brad Sherman, who serves on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. And Congressman Sherman, if you can let us know, how's it going? What is your take on it?
Well, the part that we can control is going relatively well, but that's just what we're very good at, which is taking control of the air, destroying air defense systems, knocking off tanks on the ground. What's much harder is, are we going to see a unified Libya, a moderate Libya, a democratic Libya?
In other words, what happens next?
Exactly, and we've done the easy part of a long road.
What do you think of the criticism from the Arab League?
Well, they live in this world where you're going to be able to protect Benghazi, but you're not going to have an adverse impact on anyone in Tripoli. Even with our high technology, you can't just push a button and all civilians are protected and there's no collateral damage. The Arab League seems to have buyer's remorse.
Indeed. Okay, well, a lot of Americans are feeling like we were already involved in 2 other countries. Do we need to be involved in a third? What is this costing us?
Well, it's so far costing us in the low billions. One thing to keep in mind is that we have frozen some $27 billion by one estimate of Libyan assets in the United States. And we should be talking about using those assets to pay our costs. There's no reason why the American taxpayer should have to pay this. And then whenever the thing is resolved, the $27 billion is returned to a very low population, high oil-rich country.
That sounds like a great idea. When do we get started on that one?
It's not the kind of thing that our State Department looks at. They tend not to want to make us look like we'd like to get our money back. But in fact, the Gaddafi dollars ought to be paying for this.
Oh. All right, let's talk about the budget battle. April 8th is coming up fast. What are you going to do? What is the House going to do in order to get something done?
Well, it's very tough. We've reached the easy parts of the agreement, and it is possible that the government shuts down either on April 8th or that we already had 6 short-term patches. Maybe there'll be another short-term patch. But we have to reach an agreement not only on how much spending, but also the have tried to have these riders added onto the appropriations bills. For example, the one they're insisting upon the most is to completely defund Planned Parenthood. Well, if they say you're going to close down Planned Parenthood or we're not going to pass an appropriations bill, the Senate is going to go along with that.
Yeah, meantime, the 58 bipartisan group within the House that have said, we got to get stuff done, you're not a part of that group.
Well, I'm certainly a part of efforts to get things done, but and in fact, I voted for each one of these short-term patches, and I'm willing to vote for anything reasonable that keeps the government open. But I don't see either side crossing party lines. This is going to be negotiated by the top party leaders.
All right, Congressman Sherman, thank you so much for coming in on this awful